Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like someone else was looking back? For most of us, it's just a fleeting thought. But in a quiet corner of the Midwest, there's a story that turns this unsettling feeling into a chilling reality. It's the legend of Lena Harrow, a girl who didn't just vanish from the world, but from her own reflection. Lena was a quiet soul, fascinated by antiques, especially old ornate mirrors. She spent hours in thrift stores, drawn to the stories she imagined were trapped behind the silvered glass. One stormy October night, while scrolling online, she discovered a strange ritual called the Whisper Game. The rules were deceptively simple. Stand before a mirror at the stroke of midnight, whisper your own name 3 times, and then wait for your reflection to whisper it back. Intrigued, Lena decided to try it. As a fierce thunderstorm raged outside, she set up her phone to record, lit a single candle, and stood before her favorite antique mirror. The clock struck 12. Lena, she whispered, her voice barely audible over the drumming rain. Lena, she repeated, a little louder. As she uttered her name for the 3rd time, a brilliant flash of lightning illuminated the room, followed by an immediate, deafening clap of thunder. Her parents heard a single, sharp scream cut through the noise. They rushed to her room, flinging the door open, but Lena was gone. The room was empty, the candle extinguished. The only things left were her phone on the dresser, still recording, and the mirror, which was spotless. Almost unnaturally so, as if it had been wiped clean from the inside. They played the recording back. They heard her 3 whispers, the crack of thunder, and then a faint, distorted 4th whisper, a voice that wasn't hers, saying her name. Then silence. The police were baffled. There were no signs of a break-in, no struggle. Lena Harrow had simply vanished. Her family, heartbroken, eventually moved away, unable to live with the constant reminder of their loss. The house sat empty for years, until a new family, unaware of its history, moved in. That's when the truly strange things began. The teenage daughter, Clara, was the first to notice. She'd be brushing her teeth, and her reflection would stop moving a second before she did. Sometimes she'd catch it blinking out of sync with her own eyes. She told her parents, but they dismissed it as tricks of the light, her imagination running wild. Then, one morning, Clara walked into the bathroom and froze. Her reflection was already there, looking back at her, a faint, sad smile on its face. Clara wasn't smiling. The activity grew more unsettling. Mirrors throughout the house would fog up without any source of steam. They'd hear soft tapping coming from inside the glass. The most terrifying incident happened when Clara's father was shaving. He glanced away for a moment, and when he looked back, his reflection slowly raised a hand and waved. Frightened, the family began researching the house's history and uncovered the story of Lena Harrow. They learned about the Whisper Game and the night she disappeared. They say that, to this day, in that old house, Lena's spirit is trapped, while something else wears her reflection. Some paranormal investigators believe the mirror is a portal. and Lena traded places with an entity that now lives within the glass. Locals warn against ever trying the ritual, especially in that house. They say that if you stand before one of its mirrors after midnight and whisper Lena's name 3 times, you won't hear her answer. Instead, if you listen very, very closely, you might just hear a strange, new voice whispering your name back. The question is, would you be brave enough to wait for the 3rd whisper? Or would you run before your own reflection decides it doesn't need you anymore? Thank you so much for joining me on this dive into the unknown. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mysteries. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had a creepy experience with a mirror. Stay curious and see you next time.